All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Bahashem, Mabakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of well, peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect, the Bayat Awadad, House of David, it's the brother Malak, coming back at you with this truth. All right, now as you can see, all right, what we got going on here, you got China and Moab, right? Moab can see widespread use of brain computer tech in 3 to 5 years, expert says, right? So, brain computer interface, what BCI. You see, ultimately they do with the chip, right? You see, and being able to control thoughts, being able to use things to control with thought processes, right? This is what this is all about. You see, because see, Moab, we're gonna put Moab, we're gonna beat up on Moab in the kingdom. All right. You see, just because these gooks, right, think that they have some type of power, they think they're going to be a second, they think they're going to be a world power after Esau go down, right? But little do they know they're not. You see, they're not going to be a world power. They're going in the chains too, just like Esau's ass, just like the rest of the other nations. All right. You see, for eternity. You see, they're going to be serving us, right? You see, well, let's go here real quick. Let's read some of this article, right? It says China's BCI market estimated to reach over 809 million by 2027, right? China expanding clinical trials, state support for BCIs. It says aims to close gap between research industry and clinic, right? It says Beijing, March 8th, right? China could see brain computer interface, BCI technology move into practical public use within 3 to 5 years as products mature. A leading BCI expert said that Beijing races to catch up with the U.S. startups include Elon Musk Neuralink. Beijing elevated to BCIs to a core future strategic industry in a new 5-year plan released this week, placing them alongside sectors such as quantum embodied AI, 6G, and nuclear fusion, right? So as we know, those 6G towers, that's all going to be able to read your brain waves. Henceforth, with the blue light in your phone, right? That's nothing but reading your brain processes and understanding and understanding. Okay, through that camera, right? That's in your phone, right? Which goes down into deep down into that phone, which is nothing. This is nothing but a DARPA project. A cell phone is a DARPA project. All right, reading brain waves and reading all the blue light. You see, and things of that nature, right? But anyway, let's continue on, right? So that's what the 6G is all about, with high bandwidths, frequencies, faster processing, and so on and so forth, right? So let's continue on and go down here. It says new policies will not change things overnight. I think after another 3 to 5 years, we will gradually see some BCI products moving towards actual practical service of the public. So, what is it? Yao Dehong, right? Dehong, director of Sahan Institute of Brain Science, in an interview on Saturday on the sideline of China's annual parliament meetings in Beijing. Trials, right? It says a natural BCI development strategy released last year aims for major technical breakthroughs by 2027, and for China, cultivated three world-class firms by 2030. Right, China is the second country to launch invasive BCI human trials. More than 10 trials are active, matching the U.S., while scientists plan to enroll more than 50 patients nationwide this year. Recent high-profile trials have embedded paralyzed patients in amputees to regain practical mobility and operate robotic hands in intelligent wheelchairs. The government the government has already integrated some BCI treatments into international medical insurance in a few pilot provinces and the domestic market, and projected to reach 5.58 billion yuan, 890 million by 2027, according to the CCID Consulting. All right. It says China has more advantages in BCI, such as its huge population. Damn it, man. All right. What we got? Okay, here we go, right here. It says China has more advantages in BCI, such as its huge population and numerous patient demand and cost effective industrial chain and abundant pool of STEM science, right, which is science, technology, engineering, and maths, talents, said Yao, who also who also leads by key neuron phonetics research center under China's Science and Technology Ministry. Policies such as insurance integration and national standards aim to close the huge gap between scientific research and industry and clinical applications, he said. All right, it says the path from experimental to clinical trials is quite long and it remains a problem, he told Reuters. It says, adding that many Chinese hospitals have established BCI research labs to speed up the process. It says, while U.S. startups like Neuralink focuses on invasive chips to penetrate brain tissue, Chinese researchers are developing invasive, semi-invasive, and non-invasive BCI with wider potential clinical use. It says some invasive BCIs placed on the brain surface may lose some signal quality, but reduce risks such as tissue damage and other post-surgery complications. Neuralink surgical robot can insert hundreds of electrodes into the brain in minutes. This is a technical advantage, which I think is remarkable, said Yao of Neuralink. But China is actually making a very fast progress in this area now. In fact, Musk's direction is basically achievable domestically. All right, so let's hit on that. So here, let's go into the chip, right? Revelation 13 and 16. We just gonna hop right into it. You see, because this is a global thing, right? They want to chip everybody on the planet, brain chips, people who are paralyzed, people with amputees take the BCI, right, which is the brain chip interface. You see, and then you got regular people like Jakes, like a lot of these Jakes out here. A lot of these Jakes is gonna take it in their hand. All right, they're not gonna take it in their brain or in their forehead or anything of that nature. They're gonna take it in their hands, man. You see, because see, a lot of our people are lost, dead, and gone, and not spiritual, and they don't understand what's really going on. They don't understand the truth about Esau, the mark of the beast, and which really this is a major prophecy, man. Right? This is a major prophecy. This is an end time prophecy before World War III comes. Everybody has to be tried, right? Revelation. Matter of fact, before we go to Revelation, let's do this here. Let's go to Revelation 2 and 10. Right? Revelation 2 and verse number 10. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil, right? The devil is Esau Edom. Right? Shall cast some of you into prison. Those prisons are what you call concentration camps. Right? Red list, blue list, yellow list. Right? Those that oppose this new world order that is to come. You see, they're going to be put to death. The yellow list players are going to be the ones who are put back into society, who are actually is the red list. Yeah, the yellow list. They're going to be the one that's put back into the society, chipped, right, programmable. You see, the red and the blue, they're going to be expurgated. You see, because they oppose the new world order. All right, it says that ye may be tried, and that ye shall have tribulation. Tribulation is trouble. 10 days means completion. It says, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Let's go over to Revelation 3 and 10. And then we're going to go to 13 and 16. Revelation 13 and 16. So let's go down to here, Revelation 3 and 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. Now, that's not a literal hour, right? You see? But it's a time or a period or a time period, right? Which shall come upon all the world. See, all the world is going to get tried by this thing, man. All the world is going to get tried by this mark of the beast. You see, and to bring you to a new world order. This is the great, which they want to call it a great reset. Esau wants. He wants to take away the cash, do away with that tokenized CBDC, central bank digital currencies, carbon scores, social credit scores, right? Track, trace, and control under Palantir and Gideon, right? Which Palantir was the original. The original Palantir really came out of what you call the TIA, the Total Information Awareness Program, all right, which was all tracking and tracing you, right, through data centers and many different other things of that nature, and that's why they build up so many different data centers, right? What you think the Stargate program is all about, right? So it says, "Which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown." Meaning this knowledge, this truth, this understanding, this wisdom, right? See, wisdom and knowledge is Jeremiah 33 and 6. Wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy times. Okay? Now let's go over to Revelation, right? Last scripture, Revelation 13 and 16. We're just going to go right to the point. You see, it says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond," right? "To receive a charagma," you see, "in their right hand or in their foreheads." That charagma, that mark, that etching, that from the Karax, which is a delivery system to put it underneath your skin, right? Which has what you call a transponder, right? To run off of these things, run off of a 6G network, all connected, right? Now, how you would get paid is they would run they would run off of your emotions, right? And off of your, like, how can I say, yeah, pretty much off of your emotions, and that's how you would get paid these credits, right? Or these CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, which is tokenized money, right? Under a blockchain, which everything on that chip is going to be put into a blockchain circulation, right? With whatever you spend, they can cut off your chip, they can do all these things, man. Okay. It says they receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell. Buying and selling is transactional, right? In exchange for service of goods, right? It says, "Save he that had the mark, the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name." You see, 666, right? The universal product code. You see, you become the track, trace, and control. You become the UPC. Right? It says, "Here is wisdom. Let him that haveth understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 636." Now, like I brought out before, and like I said before, I did a video on it even, right? You got the GSL link, which is nothing but another form of a UPC, right? Then you have the original UPC, which is the universal product code, which is of 12 digits. You see, with the 3 long lines in the middle of being 666. Okay? So you understand. But they want to put this into you. You become that. Okay? You see? Hey, so, with that, we're going to give all praises and glory and honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Marakah Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who well, peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect, the Bayat Dawadah, the house of David. Now, I'm going to say this before I close. Take that chip, and Yahweh Hashem Yahshua going to destroy you. Ultimate obliteration. Revelation 14 and 9. Shalom.